treat everyone like a number, more or less, and it's not one size fits all. So the treatments that the medical profession had to offer me as an individual did not suit my purposes or my needs. It just made me very, very sick. The first time when I had a problem, I was paralysed to my waist, couldn't feel anything, and I didn't even know what multiple sclerosis even was at the time. So they just rushed me into the clinic and they put me on cortisone. You know what happened? I almost died. That's what happened. So, to cut a very long story short, because I'm not here to talk about MS or talk about being a hero, I'm here to talk about transformation and how we can all benefit from different ways of transforming our lives. So, I made a conscious vow that I would never take any medical action ever again for that particular reason. I'm not saying don't take medication or don't do medical things. I've done it for lots of things myself. But for that particular instance, I said I'm not going to do this, and it was out. I started an alternative path, studied many, many things, a vast array of many, many studies, and here I am today. I developed I don't know if I'm not going to call it a modality because it's not. I developed a technique whereby I used frequencies and vibrations of light colour sound with the use of sacred geometry, hermetic principles, cosmic laws, and many other immutable truths. I'm underlining that, immutable truths. This is very different from your truth or yours. I'm talking about truth that is truth whether you believe it or not. That's the kind of truth I'm talking about. Now, before I go on, there's something that I want to share with you real quick, and it's very, very important. And that is that a lot of people say that they are in the awakening movement, okay? But there's actually very, very few who are truly awakened on this planet. That's the absolute truth of the situation. Do you know why that is? Because this thing has become a gimmick, okay? So everybody does it because it's in to do it, but the bottom line is, if you do not study, and if you do not implement occult wisdom into your everyday reality, you cannot have profound, sustainable change. Period. Okay? So this is why fusion, the tools that we use to transform are completely pure. They are immutable truths. So they are based on truths of vibrational frequencies, I said before, of light, colour, sound, and those other things that I mentioned earlier on, in order to transform. So Fusion 7 Healing isn't just about making your life better and making you better. You can do that as well, but it's also about understanding, implementing occult knowledge into your everyday lives. This is like the underlying, most important thing about what it is that I do. Okay? Now, there's many different, not many, there's 3 different areas. Okay, we're going to go into the interactive fun stuff in about 5 minutes, but I need to kind of fill you in before we do that. Okay? So, the first thing that we do with Fusion is we have the one-to-one session. So people can come in, or I actually facilitate as well from Skype or by phone, where somebody has a specific problem they want to work on, and we zoom in on that specific problem and we work on it. What happens in a one-to-one session is, with their or your permission, I connect to that person and I do what is called an intuitive investigation, okay? With the intuitive investigation, because we are using those immutable truths, those really clean laws, if you like, we get very specific information about what is going on in the person's space. Very, very specific indeed. So we can allocate things about their past, about their present, about their future, and also things that aren't going quite right at the moment, and what it is that we need to do to fix it using those tools that I mentioned right at the beginning. Are you guys with me so far? to use the tools to detach, to transform, and to reinforce. Those are the three main stages of what happens. And I will either use like light or colour or sound or sacred geometry or some of the other immutable, clean tools that I spoke of to make some changes. Sometimes those changes are instantaneous, which means that it happens there and then. Sometimes the person feels nothing, and sometimes the person comes back a week later or calls and goes, Helen, I feel better because da-da-da-da-da, or I feel better but I still think there's something going on, and then we take it from there. So this, guys, is what happens in a one-to-one session with somebody. That's part one. Part two is that I teach, okay? So I run something that's called the Fusion 7 Healing Mystery School. Why is it called Mystery School? Because mystery is relative to occult. What is occult? Occult is secret knowledge. Now, the word occult has got like a very bit of a bad name to it. They think that, a lot of people think that when you use the word occult, then it means like some black magic stuff. Now, this is the thing. It can be. The wisdom, guys, or rather the gnosis or the knowledge is all the same. It is what you do with it that makes it dark occultism or light occultism. The knowledge is all the same. It's what you do with it. There are even people who have attended my classes in the past, but then have gone away and have used the information in an inverted manner. That's not my responsibility. That's theirs. I'm there to share the wisdom to be used for the highest good of the one and the all. That is my personal golden rule. Yeah? So you receive those deep immutable truths, and it's up to you guys how you're going to use it. And I'm always like pumping this in classes. Guys, don't use it this way. If you use it like this, it means it's no good. Use it for the good. Use it in a good way. So I'll give you a little bit of an example for that, right? Here's an example. An example is where you've been hurt. Somebody's really hurt you, right? And so I go in and we do an investigation and I say, wow, you know, it looks like your heart chakra, for example, isn't working so good because of an emotional issue that you've been through, you know? And I say, oh my God, you know, that's quite true. And I say, okay, so this is what's going on. This person has behaved like this, which is not in your favour. So let's put this right. Now that person, they feel revengeful. They feel like taking out revenge or getting back to that person. Now, if you do that, especially if you're using energetic knowledge and these esoteric wisdoms to get revenge, I'm kidding you not, you will be in shit street. You will be in shit street big time, okay? So, you take the knowledge, use it well. That's the golden rule. So this is what we teach generally in Truth School, okay? In the Fusion 7 Healing Mystery School. In Fusion 7 Healing Mystery School, there are about 15 classes so far. Yes.
If you use it wrong,
yeah.
turn against you.
What I'm saying is if you consciously use it in a bad way, then yes, it will work against you, okay? Because that belongs to the law. It's like, you know, the law of magnetism, attraction, so on and so forth. So what you give out, it will come, it may not come in a direct way. It's not so much the mirroring aspect, but something that is corresponding to what you have done will come back. Not exactly the same, but corresponding, because that's how the laws work. Okay? Right. Does that answer your question? Yes? Okay. Alright. So, use them well. So we've got about like 15 classes going on, but what we're going to do today, we're going to do like a potpourri, what I'm going to call an energetic meze of 3 little clips of 3 upcoming classes, because I can't go through the whole lot today, it's just way too much, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into first a little clip of foundation class. Foundation class is going to be taught very soon at the end of the month, in fact. When is it? We'll go into the dates when we're finished anyway. But transformation process from foundation, a little bit of transformation process from cosmic laws, and a little bit of transformation process. I chose abundance because everybody likes that, right? A little bit of abundance transformation work from the sacred transformation templates.
Thanks for watching, guys. Sharing is caring. Don't forget to share on and follow. See you soon.